Well, hello. We're going to make 2 batches of cookies at one time. We're going to make a chocolate chip pecan and we're going to make an oatmeal raisin with pecan. What we're going to do is double my normal recipe, but at the very end, and we're going to split it in half, and we're going to mix the raisins and oatmeal and cinnamon in one half. Oh yeah, and the pecans. And on the other half, we're going to put in the chocolate chips and the pecans. So it's the same basic base recipe for both. So we're going to go ahead, and I'm really close to the Toll House recipe. However, I like to break it in half instead of putting in all butter. I do half and half. So right now I'm going to put in, and this is salted butter, 1 cup salted butter. I'm going to let that get to know each other for a while. We go get the shortening. And I'm going to put in a cup of shortening. I've got a cold house, so I'm going to cream these together really well. Now we're going to add 1.5 cups packed brown sugar and 1.5 cups of white sugar. Woohoo! You can cream this forever. It's not going to make the cookie tough. It's really good to mix this as best as you can. Before we put the eggs in, I like to get this done. I'm going to go ahead and toss in 2 teaspoons pure real vanilla. Now I'm going to go ahead and drop in 1 egg at a time. Yeah, I like that. That was a total of 4 eggs. Oh, yeah. I like the way this is mixed up together. Oh, yeah. It's going to make a really, really nice cookie. So, ooh, you see that? Oh, yeah, my mom, when I was a little girl, I'd watch her make this, and she'd show me how the peaks were supposed to be, and I'm just salivating, because of all the brown sugar and butter and everything. Of course, she let me lick the bowl, but it is a lovely taste, by the way. Let's let it go just a little bit longer. Oh, yeah, I'm happy about that. Very light. Oh, I like that. Okay. Alrighty then. I've got all my dry ingredients, which is 4.5 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, and a half a teaspoon of salt. Remember, I opted not to use full butter in this recipe, so my salted butter isn't going to be tasted in there. I got to put the extra in there myself. So I'm just going to whip up my dry ingredients here on the side for a moment. I like to get them combined before I put them in there. This is going to make us about, they say 10 dozen cookies. Depends on how you eat them. Me, I like at least a half a dozen at a time, please. Okay, now I'm going to drop this in here a half at a time. I know it was almost pointless because I don't want my cookies to get tough. So now I'm going to have to get this cookie dough out from the beater. And we'll just do a little light mixing ourselves before we split it in half. Created extra work for myself. I usually use my dough hook, but I don't know where it is at the moment. So let's just finish hand tossing this. Because, the more you mess around with it once you put in the flour, the tougher your cookie can come out to be. I'm going to go ahead and remove half. I'm just going to eyeball it and put it in the container I had for the flour mixture. I should use something this heavy instead of that little spatula. Yes, that was a treat. Okay, I don't want to overly mix it. We're already gonna have to mix it again. So let me take half. Okay. Okay, I'm going to add a bag. Nestle's Whole House mini pecans. Did I say pecan? I'm sorry. I was looking at the pecans. Mini semi-sweet chocolate morsels. And I'm going to put in about a half a bag of pecans because I'm putting the other half in my oatmeal. Yeah, I pretty much hold half the bag in there. So let me mix this. Okay, we're going to put that to the side for a moment. Okay, I'm going to add 2 cups of oats. Yeah, I live in the South, you know. It gets kind of humid, and I double bag everything. So even my oats are in bags. About a cup of raisins. And the other half a bag of pecans. Okay, and then we're just going to gently mix these ones together. Yeah, I know I said I didn't want to mix them a whole bunch, but I didn't want there to be dry spots. I want it all to be moistened. Okay, now we're going to bake and see how they come out. Okay, well, I got tired last night and I wrapped them all up in little bindles. I'll show you, so that I can put them in my freezer and pull from them every time I want to have fresh baked cookies. So here's my oatmeal raisin. We're going to take one out and bake it so you can see how well they turned out. I ate some, so I already know. And, well, I seem to have made more of my chocolate chip pecan, but that's good. I like that too. So we're going to bake some of that too. Now, I set the oven at 350. I know they say 375, but I don't like my cookies to be real crispy. I like them to have a nice crisps, a nice crispness to them. But I don't want them to be hard and overly baked. So, I'll show you. I find it easy because they're cold. Just cut them. Don't want to lose that guy. So yeah, I just want to cut them so That's not exactly even, but they're homemade. These aren't going to a party, unfortunately not. What we're going to do is probably stick these two together. Yep, that'll make a funky cookie. Can you see that on there? Always concerned about my visuals. Alright, now let's get the chocolate chip. Boy, am I going to have to eat a lot of these today. You know, normally I only have 2 or 3 every day, though. See, my son sent me to a cabin for the weekend for my birthday one year. And along with bringing me fresh cut wood every day, they brought me fresh baked cookies, too. Big Cedar. I'm telling you, it's phenomenal. I had the best time there, and I brought it home with me, and I've had fresh baked cookies every day ever since. So, we'll see. I did pack it a little bit. You know, I must be more of a chocolate chip lover, I can tell, because subconsciously we do these things, you see. Alright, so, but I needed more protein, and I needed more, some sort of quality of food there in my life. Because I've eaten like, oh, I don't know, 7 dozen. I'm under a lot of stress lately. And I really cling to comfort foods when I'm like that. And I find it to be how refreshing. Let's just hope I don't get up to, well, you know, the hefty weights. I'm getting there, I'm sure. Anyway, here we go. It's all ready to go. They're going to melt some. Pardon that slight interruption there. Yep, I tripped over the camera. Guess I'm a little excited about my cookies. Alright, so I'm going to give them a nice spacing and hope for the best there. We'll check them in 15 minutes. Okay, that was 15. Now I'm going to let them rest and finish cooking for 5. Right here. Yeah, I see that one got a little bit higher. But remember, I put more on top of there. I just kind of clumped it on. But we'll check back in 5 minutes. Alrighty then. Thank you for being so patient and waiting. You can imagine how patient and waiting my little dog is. He can't have the chocolate part, but I give him some of the buttery part. So I'm going to go ahead and plate these. And we'll do a little taste test. I don't want to get burnt here. Oh, nice. Okay. All right, let's dig in. I'm going to try one of the oatmeal. Oh, that's not, oh, I like that. I want the raisin part. Oh, I like that. Little crunchy. But tender, moist. I really like that. I really do. I threw the nuts in there and extra oatmeal just because I need it to be a little bit more healthy, because I've been eating so many of these ones. The chocolate chip. Oh, I like that. Also moist. Slightly browned. Ooh, come here, you. Oh, yeah. A slight crunchiness, but moist. Oh. I'm hoping that when these get cooled off, they'll stay this moist. I undercooked them a little bit. So 350, 15 minutes, and then 5 minutes sitting on the tray, finishing off, and that's really good. Well, I'm going to have to get me a big glass of milk, and I guess this is going to be my breakfast. But anyway, that's all I had for you today. I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. I know that I will as well. And I'll see you in the new year? No, maybe I'll see you before then, but all the same. If I don't, have a wonderful new year as well. Bye.